Excuse me. What's your name? Mary. Nice to meet you. Fuck you. You just got pranked, bro. Fuck you. Pranked! Fucking whore.
Yo, what's going on, guys? The Worst Duelist here. So today, I have Ricky Rojas back on the channel with his top 16 Prank Kids deck profile. You know, Prank Kids, I feel like it's one of those decks that when the ban list dropped, a lot of people kind of swept it under the rug. People weren't really talking about it. I think mostly because Engage came off the list and hits the Dragon as well. People were more focused on like Drytron and Sky Striker moving into the new meta. But Prank Kids is definitely still a viable option. Definitely sort of like an underrated list. I'm not really going to talk a whole ton here about it. I'm just going to let Ricky do the explanations. But I will say before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really be very appreciative of that. All of the links to my socials are down below. We have the Discord, we have the Twitter, and the Twitch. You can catch me on there Monday through Friday, a couple times a week, not every single day, but we're gonna make some moves on there. We're gonna be doing some stuff, testing a lot of decks down to remote duel and stuff. But anyway, yeah, let's take it over to Ricky and hear what he's got to say about the list.
What's up, guys? I'm Ricky Rojas. I got third after Swiss at the TCG Con. Yeah, I played Best Deck Prank Kids. Just a quick shout outs to Team Bookies, to Jad, Dre, Daniel, Alex, Austin, Lewis, and anyone else I forgot to shout out. Yeah, shout out to the St. Pete crew. And also shout out to Santiago. He was I lost 5 games the entire day. 4 of them, I lost. 4 of them were to him. I lost a match to him in Swiss, and I lost to him in Top Cut. Really phenomenal player. Shout out to him. I think he played really well every time he played. So he drew Bell in the beer, so he was just more talented. So I don't know what I can say. All right, so getting to the deck profile, we'll start with the engine cards. Sorry, I played 3 Dropsies, 3 Lampsies, 3 Fansies, 3 Roxys. A lot of lists are playing 2. Some lists have now updated to 3. To be honest, this is like always the 40th card in my deck. I could reasonably see cutting this for a Terraforming if Droll becomes less relevant, but I did want like 15 names overall. I'm not playing Terraforming, so if you end up playing Terraforming, this is the card that you would cut for it. But I just didn't want to lose to Droll that much. I think you could go either way, to be honest. I don't think either way is necessarily incorrect. It just depends what you're preparing for. And then for spells, I played 3 Prank Kids Place, 3 Pandemonium. This seems pretty staple. This lets you play through hand traps, so even though it's searchable, you do want to play 3. And then something that's a little bit non-standard that I play is I played 3 Polymerization. This was a shout out to Daniel Hager, Dagger on DB. I've seen him playing this card forever, and it seems really impressive. Whenever you open this card plus a Prank Kids, or if you open Instant Fusion or Monster Reborn, which is your other 2 superior extenders, you end up with Toad plus your double Regeki play, which ends up being about 45% of the time, which is actually like a pretty high percentage if you think about it. And also, being able to play Polymerization main deck just makes me more resilient to hand traps, which is the scariest thing in this format. I'm not really scared of Sky Striker cards. I'm really scared of the hand traps that Sky Strikers have, so that's kind of why I play Polymerization, to beat the hand traps.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. It probably just helps you play through shit. Yeah, so it seems good.
And then the additional like extenders, I guess, I play Reborn Instant Fusion. I 100% would play these. It's a mistake not to play this. This card's insane. Whenever you get Contact Seed, that you play that guy, if it comes up. And then Call by the Grave, Pranks. Pranks is fine at 1. Don't play 2. We don't play Desires. We don't like banishing cards. And then on to the non-engine cards. So I'll talk about the changes that I made after TCG Con. So this is not the exact TCG Con list. So at TCG Con, I played 3 Imperm, 2 Valor, 3 Ash, 2 Bell, and 3 Droll Locker. So I was playing a lot of hand traps at TCG Con. I was playing 13. Honestly, Droll and Locker just wasn't very good in the main deck. There just wasn't enough Drytron, and I wasn't very happy with how it performed. I felt like Drytron was an okay matchup if you drew 2 hand traps anyways, so I decided to end up cutting those. I cut the 3 Drolls for the 3rd Bell, and I main deck Talents. I actually sided this card in almost every matchup, especially I think it's really good against the hand trap decks, because just drawing 2 cards or hand ripping them whenever you drew Polymerization anyways is really powerful. So I would 100% play this card in your main deck if you have it. If not, you can play 2 more hand traps. It's not that big of a deal. And the last 2 non-engine cards are 2 College Cyclone. I was pretty happy with this. I wouldn't change this right now, but in the future, this is just like a flex spot. Like these are all flex spots. Like you can do whatever you want with these 5 slots. I would kind of keep the rest of it staple, but you can do whatever you'd like. It's just what I chose to do after the events.
You're not losing to mine.
Yeah, we're not losing to mine major.
Fuck that card.
So the extra deck is fairly, I guess, solved almost. 3 Meow Meow, 3 Doodle, 1. So this is like, I think the super staple. Like I think every list should be playing this. 100% play Toad. You're bad if you don't. Every list should probably also be playing this. I think you have one real flex spot, which ended up being Nightmare Phoenix for me for the event. If you are scared of Contact Seed, you can play Asa. So that way, even if you get Contact Seed, you end on Asa and you can pass turn and you have follow-up for your next turn off of your Asa search. But it just didn't seem relevant enough to me. I didn't feel like people in my area were playing Contact Seed. So I just wanted one more card per back row. I never made this. This can be really whatever you want. You can play like a second Butler if you play Thunder Dragon Fusion. You can play Vertanicon if you play Thunder Dragon Fusion. So it can really be whatever.
That was also my one flex spot, and I actually summoned mine a lot. It was actually quite good from my experience. I mean, I played a D-Link, but I actually used mine a lot. It was pretty good.
Definitely. So I was happy with my choices in the extra deck. And then in the side deck, a little bit changed, but I'll talk about what changed. So this is the same from last event. Pankratops, 3 Phantasme, and then the 5 anti-back row cards I decided to play, which were the Feather Duster, the 2 Twin Twisters, the 3rd Cosmic, and the Red Reboot. I was really happy with these 9 cards. I would not change these. Phantasme, I think, overperformed on the day for me. It was really good against Sky Strikers and really good against Shaddoll, Dogmatic, and Invoked, which I think are 2 like scary. Like I think Sky Strikers is a good matchup for you, but Shaddoll, Dogmatic, and Invoked can definitely be scary. Just being able to summon the body and hand filter so you can draw your Twin Twisters or Cosmic is really relevant.
Kick over their window.
Absolutely, yeah. And then Pankratops was just really, really good. Shout out to Dre for getting me a secret after the event, because I never drew my common, but it was good testing. And then the slots that I changed, so at this was 3 Gamasiel in the event, and I'm changing it for 3 Nibiru. I was scared of Sky Striker, and there was, like, a lot of Sky Striker players did do well. Nicholas Jadising, Nicholas Ortiz are the 2 that, like, come to mind, but I honestly, like, I just don't think that it's necessary for the matchup. I think that I just wanted a card that was more, like, versatile against Rogue, because that's really what I lost to. I lost to Rogue. Those were the scary matchups, and I really wish I had Nibiru, and I really regretted not siding it, so I'm just going to be siding from now on. And then I'm side decking 3 Drolls. The 3 cards that were in the main deck, which was the Bell and the 2 Talents, are literally just swapped from side to main deck, and these cards are swapped from main to side deck. So 100% I still play these in the side deck. I just don't think they're worthy of main decking right now.
Indeed, seems good. All right, Ricky. You already did your shoutouts.
Absolutely.
Nothing else you really want to say about the list?
I guess just to think about it for a bit. I would continue playing 3 Roxys in the future, even if you end up playing a Terraforming. I think 3 Roxys is pretty good. People don't like opening it, but the way I see it is that you have a lot of cards that aren't necessarily great in every matchup. So comes to mind is like a card like Effect Veiler is like not that good against Sky Strikers. Like sure you can hit Kagari, but like you're really going -1. Like Ray is you're kind of like giving Ray a lot of value. And you can banish these hand traps that aren't as powerful, or you can banish the Cosmic Cyclones from your hand against like monster decks, against a deck like Drytron, or against a deck like Dragon Link. So I would continue playing 3 Roxys in the future. That's really all I have. I would look at, if you want to learn how to play the deck better, watch Dagger Online. He's really good. Dhager. He's insane. He kind of taught me how to play the deck. So yeah,
sure, seems good. Yeah. Roxy's loses to a lot less than Terraforming in place, so
definitely. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, my socials will be down below. I'll have any other links down there as well. But thanks for watching, guys. See ya.
Take care, guys.